Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most anticipated consoles of the decade, the Nintendo Switch 2. After months of speculation, leaks, and rumors, Nintendo has finally lifted the curtain on the next generation of their hybrid console. In this video, we're going to explore everything from hardware design and display quality to Joy-Con improvements and real-world performance. Plus, I'll give you my honest take on whether Switch 2 is worth upgrading to, especially if you already own the original. But before that, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the future videos. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to see what Nintendo has cooked up this time. So without further ado, let's dive in. Design and build. The Switch 2 doesn't reinvent the wheel, it evolves it. The hybrid form factor remains, but now it feels more refined in the hands. The console features a slightly larger frame accommodating a new 7.9-inch LCD display, more on that in a bit. The bezels are slimmer, making for a more modern edge-to-edge look. It's not just about looks though, the build quality has improved significantly. The chassis has a soft touch matte finish that not only looks slick but also resists fingerprints. The new kickstand runs the full width of the console, much like OLED model, but is sturdier and now has multi-angle adjustment. This makes it far easier to game on the go or set up for two-player sessions. Moreover, the console weighs a bit more, but it's a good thing. It feels premium and durable, not flimsy. The top and bottom grills have been redesigned for better airflow, which also reduces fan noise. Small touches like a relocated power button, more tactile volume controls, and a smoother cartridge slot cover all add up to a much more polished product. But the biggest visual shift, the dock. It now supports 4K pass-through and features a sleek rounded profile with a more stable base. There's also a built-in Ethernet port and two USB-C ports instead of USB-A. Display and audio. The Nintendo Switch 2 features a 7.9-inch 1080p LCD display, up from 720p on the original. It also supports HDR10 and boasts a 120Hz variable refresh rate, a first for any Nintendo console. Also, the screen gets significantly brighter, peaking around 800 nits, making it playable even in bright sunlight. The colors are more vibrant and blacks are deeper, though not quite OLED level. While some fans hope for OLED again, the switch to a high refresh LCD is great for gamers who prioritize response time. The touch input has also been improved. The swipes and taps feel snappier and more precise. In terms of audio, Nintendo has upgraded the speakers with front-facing stereo output. The difference is instantly noticeable, whether you're in handheld or tabletop mode, audio is clearer, louder, and richer. Low-end tones in action games and explosions now have a noticeable punch. Plus, there is a new dual microphone setup with built-in noise cancellation. This is great for in-game voice chat or recording clips with commentary. Moreover, the Bluetooth audio support remains with reduced latency this time. Performance and specs. The Nintendo Switch 2 is powered by a custom NVIDIA Tegra T239 processor built on an 8nm processor. This includes an 8-core ARM Cortex A78C CPU paired with a 1536-core Ampere-based GPU. Translation is powerful, very powerful. Games load faster, frame rates are smoother, and visual effects are more advanced than ever. This is also the first Nintendo console to support DLSS upscaling and real-time ray tracing, at least in dock mode. From lighting and shadows to particle effects, everything looks cleaner and more cinematic. Moreover, RAM gets a boost to 12GB of LPDDR5X, up from 4GB, and storage jumps to 256GB, finally. And yes, you can expand it using microSD express cards, supporting up to 2TB. The loading times are now comparable to the PS5 and Xbox Series S in many cases. The battery life has also been improved slightly thanks to a better chip efficiency, expected around 6 to 8 hours of mixed use. But not a next-gen console per se, this is the next-gen for Nintendo. Controllers. Now let's talk about the Joy-Con 2. Yes, that's what they're unofficially called. These new controllers ditch the old rail locking system for a magnetic attachment. It's super smooth, quick, and satisfying. No more worrying about the mechanical locks failing or wearing out over time. The buttons are also more tactile, especially the shorter buttons and triggers, which now have a subtle resistance to them. There's also a new C button, which opens up a quick access menu for in-game chat or system controls. The analog sticks have been redesigned for better grip and feedback. However, despite rumors, these are not Hall effect sticks, meaning drift may still be an issue down the line. The controllers also feature upgraded HD rumble with more nuisance feedback. You'll really feel the difference in games like Mario Party and Zelda. Each Joy-Con can now be updated wirelessly and sports motion sensing more precisely. And yes, they still work independently for two-player games just like before. The battery life sits around 20 hours per charge, and the new charging grip is now included in the base package. Features and software. On the software front, the Switch introduces a host of new features and refinements. The home screen is faster, snappier, and customizable with themes and widgets. There's a brand new quick resume feature that lets you jump between the 3 recent games without relaunching them. Also, the cloud saves are now enabled by default, and the eShop has been rebuilt to load much faster. One of the most unique additions is the mouse mode. Yup, you heard that right, you can use Joy-Cons to control an on-screen pointer, which is especially handy in games like strategy and puzzle titles. Retro fans will love the improved emulators for NES, SNES, N64, and Game Boy. These now include rewind functionality, save states, and CRT filters. But it's not all sunshine or rainbows. Over 100 Switch 1 games are not supported at launch. That includes major titles like Rocket League, Dead by Daylight, and Pokemon Unite. Hopefully updates and patches will fix this in the coming months. Pricing and availability. The Nintendo Switch 2 officially launches on June 5, 2025. The base model is priced at $4.9, which includes the console, dock, and Joy-Cons. There's also a $499 bundle that comes with Mario Kart World, one of the console's flagship launch titles. Pre-orders are already live in select regions and selling out fast. There's also rumors of Switch 2 Lite coming later this year at a lower price point. Color options at launch include Midnight Black, Neon Blue, Red, and limited edition Zelda variant. Accessories include a Pro Controller 2, carrying cases, and new Joy-Con charging dock. If you're upgrading from a Switch 1, trade-in programs are already being announced at retailers like GameStop and Best Buy. So, is the Nintendo Switch 2 worth it? Well, we're still rocking the original 2017 model. This is a massive leap in performance, display quality, and feature set. But if you already have a Switch OLED, it's more of an incremental upgrade unless you crave that high refresh rate and faster load times. The improved controls, performance, and display do make it feel like a true next-gen Nintendo handheld. But the lack of backwards compatibility for some games and the absence of Hall effect sticks are let down. Overall, the Switch 2 is a confident step forward, a powerful, polished, and portable console that still plays like Nintendo magic. But what do you think? Is the Nintendo Switch 2 a step forward or a letdown? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss another upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay silver.